What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and today we are checking out the Eachine EX2mini. It is a brushless motor, 5.8 gigahertz FPV camera, RC quadcopter ready to fly with two-way communication, and it has angle mode and also ACRO mode. So let's open up the box and check it out. All right, I got everything out of the box and laid them out on the table, and as you can see, it is looking very familiar and yet slightly different. It is looking very similar to the MJX BUGS3Mini. So we're going to come back and take a closer look at the quadcopter and the remote control. But first, let's go over some of the stuff that came in the box first. We got a quick start guide, and we also have the full instruction manual. And we have some bags of goodies here. We got a full set of props, and we also have prop guards. And we have another bag of goodies containing the prop removal tool and a screwdriver. And we have this little receptacle in which you connect it to your battery here, proprietary connector. And you get this USB to 2-cell balanced charge cable and plug it in here and power source the USB to charge up the battery. And the battery is a 7.4 volt 850 milliamp battery, 45C, supposed to give you a flight time of about 8 to 10 minutes. So let's take a closer look at the quadcopter and the remote control. All right, so let's take a closer look at the Eachine EX2mini here. It is looking almost identically the same as the MJX BUGS3Mini. So let's bring out the MJX BUGS3Mini for a side-by-side comparison. And as you can see, it is identically the same. The only thing that is different are the canopies. I'm pretty sure the canopies are interchangeable as well. So they are sporting the same type of motors. They are the 1306 2750 kV motors, and they have the same exact dual-bladed 4-inch props. And take a look. Side by side here, identically the same. The bottom, identically the same. Battery bay, identically the same. Now, I've done a couple of mods on my MJX BUGS3Mini. It did not come with an FPV camera. It came with an LED light fixture, which I modded with a FPV camera, and I put a VTX on it as well. And I did a battery mod as well, so I can put some aftermarket batteries utilizing the JST connector. But the EX2mini, the Eachine EX2mini, comes with 3 different variations. One with the LED light fixture, just like the MJX BUGS3Mini, but now they are offering with a 5.8 gigahertz FPV camera, VTX all-in-one. It is the 720p C5810. It is a 5.8 gigahertz, 25 milliwatt, 24 channel all-in-one VTX. And it also is available with the FPV camera and the FPV goggles with that LCD monitor you can slide in and slide out. So this one, you are able to get 3 different types of variations. So what I want to do is I want to open up the hood and check out the inside and make sure they are identical as well. So let's go ahead and pop the canopies and compare the two. All right, guys, I got both of the canopies popped open, and take a look side by side here. As you can see, this is the brand new FPV camera that comes with it. There is a single button to change the channels here. You got 24 channels to choose from. A single press will change the channels, and it is siphoning off the power source from that 5-volt outlet that normally is connected to an LED light fixture in the front here. So let's take a look at the BUGS3Mini, and it is the same identical thing. I just have the LED light fixture changed into a 5.8 gigahertz FPV camera, which I have connected to a transmitter as well, so I can do my own FPV. So as you can see, the inside is identically the same. We got the flight controller on top, and we got the 4-in-1 ESCs, and the ESCs are the 4 amp ESCs, the 4-in-1. So 2S batteries it is supposed to take. So don't be putting a 3S battery on here. It is just a 4 amp ESC. So identically the same, guys. The internals are exactly the same. So I've already tried out the remote control. This Eachine EX2mini remote control is compatible with the MJX BUGS3Mini and vice versa. So everything about them are identical. The only thing that I can see that is different is once again, just the canopies. So let's take a closer look at the remote control here. It is looking very familiar, almost identically the same as the MJX BUGS3 remote control, except we have the Eachine logo instead of the Bugs logo. We have the dual flip out antennas here, and it is just for looks. It is not functional antennas, but it looks nice folded out, kind of serves as a remote control holder. Now, this is the light on and off switch. This one here is the lock and unlock button, and we do have a speed button here, low to high, 2 speeds, and we do also have a camera button, but the EX2mini does not have a built-in DVR, so this is non-functional, but short pressing it will take a photo and long pressing it will take a video. Now, here is the mode switch. Right now it is in mode 1, which is angle mode. You can flick it over to mode 2, which is in ACRO mode, but you will have to power off the quadcopter as well as power off the transmitter, and then flick it over to the mode that you want to switch to, and then power on the transmitter and power up the quadcopter in order to change modes. Kind of a safety feature, so you are not able to flick from ACRO mode to angle mode on the fly. So here are some trim buttons here, here, and here, on and off switch here, and on the side there's a little dial here, but this is non-functional. But in the back there's 2 buttons, L1 and L2, in which the L2 is non-functional. The L1, however, it is functional, and this will be the flip button. So hold that L1 button down and do the direction of the flip you want with the pitch and the roll stick, and both sticks to the bottom and to the right will calibrate the gyros of the quadcopter. So the EX2mini is also available in this FPV package, and if you were to have chosen that option, you will get this 4.3-inch FPV monitor with the 32-channel built-in receiver. And there are 2 ways of utilizing this FPV monitor. You can put it onto your transmitter and do FPV in that manner with the provided ball and socket joint clip. Just clip this ball and socket joint clip on here and place it on the top of your transmitter, in which I have removed that little rubber gasket there, and just place it right up in there. It'll clip into place, and you can do some FPV right from your transmitter. And they do also provide you with this nice sunshade clip-on device as well. And if you want to do some FPV utilizing the FPV goggles, just remove everything in the back, the ball and socket joint, turn on the FPV monitor and place it right inside of the FPV goggles, and you are able to do some FPV utilizing the goggles. And to charge up the FPV monitor, you are also provided with this USB to micro USB charge cable, because it also has a built-in battery as well. All right, so let's take the Eachine EX2mini out to the field and check out how it performs. All right, we are just about ready to go with the Eachine EX2mini. We got it all set up. I got the 4.3-inch monitor attached to the transmitter, so we're going to do a little bit of FPV and check that out. So let's go ahead and power this baby up, putting in the battery, and push it all the way in and lock it in place. The ESCs have sung their song, and let's turn on the transmitter, and we should be automatically bound. And I do see the lights. So first thing you want to do is calibrate the gyros. So both sticks to the bottom and to the right will calibrate the gyros, and the lights have flashed and they are solid now, so we are good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and turn on the LCD monitor, and yep, I got FPV, and it is the 5.8 gigahertz FPV, so it is very, very fast and accurate. There's no delay whatsoever, so that is very nice. So we're gonna check it out with that. All right, so let's go ahead and take off in angle mode. I have the transmitter set to angle mode, and what you need to do is, if you want to change the modes, you have to land it. You have to pull the battery out of the quadcopter, set it to ACRO mode if you want to change over to ACRO mode, or vice versa, and then turn on the or plug in the battery of the quadcopter in order to change the modes. So you cannot change the mode on the fly on this one here for safety purposes, I think, and that is pretty good. Let me see. Okay, speed number 1, and let me go ahead and turn off the lights on the quadcopter as well. We don't need lights, so let's go ahead and check it out in angle mode, line of sight. All right, arming it and disarming it. Let me go ahead and start my DVR on my head plate goggles as well, so we got some footage. All right, so the DVR is recording, so we should get a pretty decent video. So let's go ahead and arm the motors again. Single press of the unlocking will arm the motors and manually take off. Again, we are flying it in angle mode, so it is completely stabilized. Just like the MJX BUGS3Mini. Very nice. And I am full pitching it right now. So that is the full pitch in speed number 1. Okay, we do have a flip button on this one, and it is the L1 button. So let's go ahead and check out the flips. Okay, you gotta hold the L1 button down. And you don't want to decrease the throttle all the way down. It cuts off the motors, looks like. Let me do that again. Go all the way up a little bit. Yeah, it cuts the motors off. So you don't want to throttle all the way down. Okay, you want to keep it at about at least, right now I'm looking at about 20-25% throttle. All right, so forward flip, left side flip, rear flip, right side flip. All directional flips, and very, very fast flips with these brushless motors. Awesome. You know, I would think for a beginner, this is a little bit powerful with the brushless motors, but man, it would be nice to have this quadcopter as your first quadcopter too, wouldn't it? Like the MJX BUGS3. That would be just awesome. Okay, so let's go to speed number 2. Okay, double beeps, and we got ourselves a little sporty little quadcopter with these brushless motors. There's the full punch out going away from me, and it's got some turning power as well. Very snappy. Let's go ahead and do a full-on punch out and see the power of the Eachine EX2mini. There's the full-on punch out, so not bad. It's just 2S, and this battery is supposed to last for about 8 to 10 minutes, so not bad. Oops, I was going to do a flip, but I let go of the L1 button. It's a little awkward spot for a flip button actually, but it does great flips in speed number 2 as well. All right, let's see if I can FPV with the LCD monitor. No altitude hold, guys, so you're gonna have to throttle manage, and you can FPV with this thing. It is very accurate. There's a little bit of static, but that is to be expected here. Oh yeah, that is nice. Pretty decent. Oh yeah, no problem FPVing. And I'll put on the goggles as well and put this 4.3-inch monitor in the goggles and do some FPV like that as well. It is very bright out here, so I'm having a very hard time orientating myself. There's no quite substantial landmark. I'm going away from me, I know that. Okay, I'm turning around now. And there I am. Oops. There we go. Flying over me. And very nice. Don't want to hit the rocks. Yeah, you can FPV with this thing with no problems. Okay, it should be coming right there. Oh, look at how high I am though. Wow. I didn't realize I was that high. Okay, let's bring it in. And land it on the landing pad. There we go. And hit the lock unlock button and hold it, and the motors shut off. Very nice. Now if you want to flip over to the ACRO mode, what you're going to have to do is turn off the transmitter. Check it out, two-way communication. So it has a lost model alarm as well. Check that out. That is just awesome, isn't it? As well as, let me turn it back on and reconnect. As well as, if I were to take the battery out of the quadcopter, the transmitter should start beeping. That is just awesome, isn't it? Very, very nice. All right, so let me go ahead and turn everything off. I'm going to flick it over to ACRO mode and okay, put this baby back in here, and all right, maybe that indicates that I'm in ACRO mode, that but it beeping. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, line of sight ACRO with the Eachine EX2mini, turning off the lights and going to speed number 1. Let's go ahead and check it out. Arming the motors. Okay, very stable. It's almost like stabilized mode, but once you move the sticks, the quadcopter will stay in that position and go. Like right now, if I just move the sticks forward a little bit and let go, it'll just continue to go forward. So that is ACRO mode, but it's very stable ACRO mode here. Pretty nice. Oh yeah. You can easily crash, guys, if you're not used to flying in ACRO mode. All right. I'm going to do a flip, but I'm not sure what the rates are on this thing. So let me go up in altitude. Oh no, you don't want to do flips in speed number 1. It's not going to do a quick flip for you. So it's not a flipper in speed number 1, but maybe in speed number 2. Okay, we are in speed number 2, and let's check it out. Yeah, it's a little bit more responsive, guys. Whoa, it's a lot more responsive. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I don't think you can really fly this thing in ACRO mode in speed number 2. I'm not going to even try a flip, guys. I'm going to put on my goggles and do that stuff. Yeah, so there you go. You can fly this thing in ACRO mode, but in speed number 2, the sticks are really sensitive. So very hard to stabilize. And I'm just babying the sticks here very, very slightly. And it's really giving me a lot of input with a very small amount of stick movement. So I'm going to go back down to speed number 1 in ACRO mode. There you go. And check it out like so. It's a lot more stable for you to practice line of sight ACRO. So that is just about it. I'm not going to go beyond that. Let me go ahead and stick my goggles on and see if I can fly it with the goggles on. All right, so let me go ahead and shut the motors off. All right, guys, I've taken off the LCD monitor off of the transmitter's ball and socket joint here. Just remove it, and what you're going to do is you're going to put this inside of the FPV goggles that they provide you with. It's actually a VR goggles that take this particular 4.3-inch monitor. So what you want to do is open up this little hatch and turn on the LCD monitor and put it inside here. So if you were to have gotten the version that comes with the LCD monitor and the FPV goggles, then you are going to be able to do some goggles FPV with the EX2mini. So let's go ahead and turn this baby on and put it in here, and go for a little FPV flight with the Eachine EX2mini. Alright guys, here we go with our first FPV flight with the Eachine EX2mini, and we are taking off in angle mode first, so let's go and check it out. Arming it. And we are in speed number 1 as well. Oh yeah, this is pretty nice. It's got the Fresnel lens inside of these goggles, so when you put the monitor in here, everything is kind of a little bit magnified. So let me go behind the car and see if I get some woohoo! A little bit of static. So in speed number 1, you can only tilt so much, and I'm rolling all the way to the left here. So you want to do some FPV in a wide open field so you don't hit anything if you are a beginner. And it is very stable in this angle mode. And we do got pretty good reception too. I'm going pretty far away from myself. It's supposed to have a FPV distance of about 200 meters, and it should be pretty good. That was a little throttle jerk because I lowered down the throttle. Remember not to lower down the throttle beyond 20-25% on this quadcopter here. Alright, so let me go ahead and speed to it this time, and we got a lot more pitch and roll here. See, as you can see, I can maneuver a little bit better, and there I am. I'm going to come close to myself here, come down in altitude a little bit. Oh yeah, this is pretty nice, guys. All in one package. If you want to start doing some FPV, get the version that comes with the FPV goggles. It's not much more money, and you can use this for other FPV quadcopters as well, because it has its own channels that you can flip through. There you go, I'm right there, and this is not bad. This is pretty good. You can get closer to the ground. Yeah, more than enough power to cruise around with this one here. Yeah, I'm just trying to kind of mosey my way here between the bushes. And oh yeah, this is very nice. It's a little staticky, but nonetheless, this is pretty good. Alright, so we are able to do some FPV, and let me do a flip. Yep, all directional flips. And check it out. I'm starting to get a beep, and that would be the low voltage warning. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it in for a landing. So I'm going to go ahead and utilize my MJX BUGS3Mini battery and do a little bit more FPV. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring it in. Let's see where my landing pad is. Let's see if I can land on my landing pad here. Okay, very good controls. I think I overshot it. Okay, let me disarm the motors, and there we go. Our first FPV flight with the Eachine EX2mini. Alright, what I wanted to show you guys now is that the Eachine EX2mini is compatible with the MJX BUGS3Mini's remote control, in which this is the MJX BUGS3 remote control. I did a little antenna mod where I put a pigtail so I can change antennas. So I have dual antennas running on this remote control, one internal that comes with the transmitter and another one that I can switch over, and this allows me to add my 2-watt booster, and I have a 2-cell battery in the back whenever I want to do that. So I'm going to be able to use this transmitter with this quadcopter and put the 2-watt booster, and I can take it to about 600 meters or so. So that is just awesome. So let's go ahead and check it out with the MJX BUGS3Mini remote control. So let's go ahead and power up the quadcopter. It's easier to do it upside down. You can push it in with 3 fingers. Okay, The ESCs has sung their song. So hold down this lock and unlock button and turn on the remote control. And that should have bound this remote control to this quadcopter, just like that. So we see that there's the LED lights on. We can turn it off. Now bolt sticks to the bottom and to the right. We'll calibrate it, and there you go, calibration complete. Let's go ahead and start off in speed number 1, and I'm starting off in angle mode. I'm going to check it out in angle mode. So let's go ahead and arm the motors. There you go, working with the MJX BUGS3Mini controller. So everything about this quadcopter is just about the same, if not identical, to the MJX BUGS3Mini. So now we are seeing a couple of different brands that is coming out with quadcopters identical to the MJX BUGS series of quadcopters, just rebranded. And this one now comes with a camera version or no camera version, which I thought there was only that version on the MJX BUGS3Mini, but this one comes in 3 different versions. You can get the no camera version, the camera version, and the FPV version, where it comes with the LCD monitor and the goggles that I have used. So you now have a choice if you are interested in this MJX BUGS3Mini and have been looking at it and thinking of buying it. You can also take a look at the Eachine EX2mini. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring it down now that we know that it works with the MJX BUGS3 controller. And perhaps I'm going to do a little bit more FPV with this controller. Alright. Alright, here we go with another FPV flight, and this time around I'm using the MJX BUGS3Mini remote controller, and I've attached my 2-watt booster so I'm able to push it. So let's go ahead and check it out. Arming the motors. And I am in speed number 2 to begin with, but I'm going to be limited by the VTX transmission, of course. A little bit of jello I can see. I'm using my Headplay SE goggles now. And the field of view on this FPV camera is not the greatest, but it is decent. Alright. That's not bad. You are able to do some FPV. And for a beginner, this is just awesome. It sure beats the heck out of that SEMA X5C I started with. You could only take photos and videos on that one. And check this out. This is awesome. You are able to cruise around and FPV. And that is just an awesome feeling to fly around. First person view. Just crazy. Alright. Okay. Coming down in altitude a little bit. And checking out these sand mounds. I don't know what the heck these sand mounds are for, guys. So if you guys have any idea what these are, I posted a photo on my Facebook page as well of some of these mounds. They are everywhere in the dry river beds, and they are here. It is man-made, but I'm not sure what the function of this mound is. It's perfect for motorcycle dirt bikers. They've been jumping these mounds. That's what it looks like. So that's awesome. I wish I had a dirt bike. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I'll probably get hurt. Yeah. Do some first-person view with some dirt bike, with some FPV goggles. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Alright, so there you go, guys. The Eachine EX2mini. Comes in 3 different versions. You can get the no camera version and do your own modification and install your own FPV camera, all-in-one VTX, what have you not. And I've done that with my MJX BUGS3Mini, and I love it. And I also did a battery mod as well, so I can use some batteries that has the JXT connector. And I'm probably going to do that to this quadcopter as well. And you can also get the camera version that comes with this VTX camera. And then you can use your own FPV goggles to fly around FPV, or if you have a FPV monitor. And you can also get this version that comes with everything, with the LCD monitor and the goggles that you can put the LCD monitor in to do some goggles FPV. So that is pretty cool too. And one thing good about getting the one with the FPV monitor is that FPV monitor are versatile. You can use it as a monitor for everything else. And you can do FPV with other quadcopters that have 5.8 gigahertz cameras on it. So that is just awesome. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it in for a landing with my second battery, and I heard a little beep there, so maybe we are getting close to low voltage, but it disappeared. So that is it for now, guys. The Eachine EX2mini. Check it out. I'll leave a link down below. Get yourself one if you don't already have one. It is an awesome quadcopter. There we go. Alright, so that is it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.